Hey, I'm just doing this video about my fractured orbital and broken nose experience. I just haven't seen too much on YouTube about it, so I figured I'd make a video. But yeah, 11 years ago in 2012, I had due to a fight, assault, whatever, got punched on left eye by a 300-pound guy, got knocked unconscious. I guess broke my nose. I think broke kind of the medial wall and bone under my eye, which is very thin, and ended up in the hospital. Obviously, had surgery. I had surgery less than a week after it had happened. Um, yeah, so they repaired it with. I have a titanium plate on the front of my skull. It's, I think, fairly small with a couple screws, and then the titanium mesh and a nylon piece or nylon sheet maybe right above it that kind of goes back in like under the eye. Um, I don't know. It was a rough procedure. I couldn't breathe out of my nose either because they had to fix the nose as well. So for like 2 weeks during the procedure, after the procedure, um, I couldn't breathe. So I think that made it a lot harder as well. But I mean, you pretty much feel like somebody screwed something into your skull. So it's obviously a rough recovery. I have had some concerns about kind of like the implant material, things like that. Long term, life did seem to get a bit tougher, but I mean, like I look completely, pretty much normal. My eyes move normally. Um, I mean, maybe if you look closely, you'd probably notice, but uh, generally, aesthetically, um, things worked out. But and I'm not entirely sure how things would have played out had I not fixed it. I don't know. Maybe the muscle or something would have sunk. It was tough to say. Um, yeah, so I guess it's a difficult thing if something goes wrong, or which I only had one surgery, but I guess the eyelid does droop a little bit because they cut your eye to get in there. That's and they pull the bottom eyelid down, and so I don't know. As far as how glad I am I got it done, like it's tough to say. I don't know, but it's definitely a big surgery, um, and it's tough to undo if something is going wrong because then they have to unscrew all that stuff and potentially you could get a bone graft done where they take like a bone from like your hip or something and then use that as the plate material, which I'm sure has its own problems, but obviously it's been in your body before, so um, you can't complain about the material. But um, yeah, I guess if anybody had any questions about it, I'd certainly be happy to answer. But yeah, I guess it was kind of surprising to see the X-rays and how much stuff that they can fit in your eye because they have to lift up the eyeball to get in there, like with I guess some sort of something that they when they're doing the surgery. Um, I have looked into seeing if I could potentially get it out at some point, but that's not easy. Um, Maybe some things would come out more easily, like the on the front. It's tough to say how much the bone heals. I guess you can find that out through X-rays and CAT scans, but some things like scar tissue and how that builds up around all this stuff won't show up on imaging. So, um, yeah, it's definitely a tough place in your body to have an operation and have like multiple operations because, um, yeah, you might have something small like a drooping eyelid. I've never experienced this or anything, but I mean, like this is the top of your sinus cavity, this bone, so things could leak in to your sinuses. You get like drainage or something. Um, I wear glasses. My vision did get seem to get worse in that eye afterwards. The doctor said it didn't have anything to do with that, but like astigmatism. But I'm not. I'm a little bit skeptical just because it's really my left eye that the vision got bad in, but it's tough to say. So yeah, I guess I'm not really. It seems like I don't have much choice as far as just leaving it in at this point. Um, Maybe could get some of the things out, but I'm not entirely sure what to do. I don't know. I'd be interested in other people's experiences with like fractured orbital surgery as well. Seems like it happens a fair amount, but I've never met anybody who's had that surgery done. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, I'd be happy to make any more videos about my experience. Um, Maybe more specific aspects of it. Um, and I guess, yeah, it'd be interesting to hear from people as well who never got the surgery done and that how that went. So, yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.